what about you doing something to her? Are you able to control yourself?
And I don't know. If I think she's gonna do something, even if she's not, I might act. He attacked me, my dad, and when he did, I shot him when he tried to kill me.
It's November 2023, and officers from the Charlotte County Sheriff's Office receive a call of a domestic disturbance. However, upon arrival, they quickly realize that there is much more going on than meets the eye.
Hello?
Hello.
Hey, how you guys doing?
Good. Is Colin home?
Yeah, you guys can come on in. He's doing standing marches. He's not a happy camper right now.
These domestic situations where someone is arrested are very, very challenging because you sometimes have multiple family members involved. Here we see that there's a grandmother, a mother, and a son. In many jurisdictions, the period that a person is held is mandatory. Sometimes it's up to 24 hours. When there's a short period of time that a person is held, many situations don't provide for a cooling off period, and tensions are sometimes still high.
Last night, me and my mom went to a physical altercation. I got arrested for domestic battery, but going in front of the judge today, I have a right to public defender, and we'll see how that goes.
Okay. So how is the situation with you and Mom right now? Have things calmed down? Are you guys able to get along? What are we at?
No, sir. It's not good. She thinks that I don't. She thinks that I'm like psychotic, like literally psychopath, sociopath, something like that. I don't know exactly where she's at. She thinks I'm gonna kill her, and I want to kill her, or that I want to beat the of her.
Do you?
No, sir.
Okay.
I don't want to hurt anyone, let alone my mom. But I consider abuse when someone's attacking me.
How is she attacking you? What kind of abuse are we talking?
When she attacked me. When she threw a punch at me, grabbed onto me, I grabbed onto her back, got her off of me, she hit the ground, and then I fled and called Rentis, and then he sent someone out.
Basically why we came back is when the jail was releasing you to your mom this morning, was there anything said then?
Yeah, I said that I didn't really feel safe there with myself and with her, and that I didn't know what was going to happen. I still don't know what's going to happen.
As far as what?
Her attacking me, or her doing something to herself or me.
Okay, what about you doing something to her? Are you able to control yourself?
I'm in a constant state of fight or flight, and I don't know. If I think she's going to do something, even if she's not, I might act. I'm not going to like go crazy or anything, but I'm not sure, honestly.
So there are several things that from a police perspective that I'm seeing that I believe the officers likely observed as well. The body language of this subject is peculiar. The gripping of his waistband and his body language of twisting back and forth, the lack of eye contact. Now, this doesn't mean that a person is guilty, but they're just not normal behaviors. But he's not in a necessarily normal situation. But these are things that officers will key in on. Again, we have a very short period of time that they were apart from each other. So the officers are listening to see if this can potentially turn dangerous going forward.
You're not sure if you're going to hurt?
Only if she tries to hurt me.
Okay. Did you make any statements saying that you were going to kill
No, sir.
mom
No, sir.
if you got in a car with her?
No, sir.
I'm trying to figure out why we would have a corporal at the jail that took you out, that dropped you off to your mom and telling us that you said, don't put me in the car with her, I'm going to kill her.
Yeah,
Was that said?
I did not say I was going to kill her. I did not say kill.
Now we are at a point where the law enforcement agency owns this situation 100% because we have a person who made a statement to a law enforcement officer from the jail that he would commit an act of violence. The police have to act upon this information and see if it is factual. If it is factual, the police have to figure out the safest way to handle this going forward. And as I'm seeing this progress, it doesn't look like this subject is providing them any opportunity to feel like it's going to be de-escalated. The officer's looking for an absolutely not. There's no way that I'm going to hurt my mom under any circumstances. The officer did not get that.
Well, we're just trying to figure out, we just want to make sure we do everything we can to prevent anything happening.
Sir, given the situation, I don't think that we should be in the same house at all. I don't think it's okay. I mean, we're going to court anyways at 1. God knows what's going to happen then.
How are you getting to court?
By car. Probably over.
Do you drive? How old are you?
Yeah, but I have to have an adult in the car with me.
You got a learner's permit?
Yeah.
So what does this all start over? Has this been ongoing forever, or is this all of a sudden happened last night?
For a long time. So I came to live with her after my dad died, and since then there's just been kind of times when things boil over with her, and she acts out. One time she pulled a gun on me. I called the cops. I guess I wasn't believed. So
what got her to the point that she's doing these things?
I don't know.
You have no idea. All of a sudden, out of nowhere, she pulls a gun or hit you?
It's because that I'm driving her crazy somehow with the way that I act, and I don't know how I'm acting badly.
Alright.
She talks about school a lot. My grades are fine. I got a 3.7 GPA.
I mean, obviously, it takes two to create this type of environment in this situation, right? And I've heard nothing. You haven't said a word about what's going on, what you're doing, or what is going on to provoke this, or where it's coming from, other than out of the blue, your mom flies off the handle and does this stuff. I'm struggling with that a little bit.
She claims that because I don't like help around the house, don't seem to follow rules. A big thing for her is that I don't make a schedule.
My concern also is the statement where he says, even if she doesn't do something, I might act. This is not a statement of de-escalation. This is a statement that adds question marks onto this investigation.
She was really abused by my dad, from what I know, and that kind of just made it to where she has these very specific things that set her off. I'm worried that she's at her breaking point. I mean, with everything that's happened, how could she not be?
How long ago was your dad passed? Sorry to hear that, by the way.
7 months.
7 months?
Yeah.
Okay.
He attacked me, my dad, and when he did, he tried to kill me with a knife, and then it was in Oklahoma, and he died. So,
Okay.
yeah,
How was that?
I shot him when he tried to kill me.
Did you already have a gun in your hand? Or did you
I was
get one?
fleeing, and the house was filled with guns, 23 to be exact, and
You knew who they were?
I didn't seek one out, I was just trying to run.
Now we see more. 7 months prior, the subject was involved in a violent incident with the father, and the father dies after being shot by the son. And the way that he frames it is very interesting. He doesn't say specifically that he did the act. He kind of pieces together his statement that his father died at his own hand. We don't know the specifics of how the incident occurred, but again, this was a violent situation that just adds on to the officer's concern about what may potentially happen at this house.
He's also a bit of a case, but no. We don't have a problem with that.
No, I'm saying, is that what you think about pulling a gun out on you, or what?
I don't know. I think she
Does she know about that incident?
does, and she thinks that as a result of that incident beforehand, that I'm like murderous or sociopathic. She said sociopathic a lot. So lack of, I don't know the clinical definition, but basically she thinks that I'm an emotionless, narcissistic, murderous.
There is a definite collateral investigation going on here. There are other officers interviewing other parties who are involved, maybe even talking to other agencies to put together a puzzle on what is the safest way to handle the situation. I've dealt with these kinds of situations, and once we're on the scene and there are statements made, we have to act upon those statements for the safety of all involved.
Are you seeing anybody about that situation and try and work through that, or what?
Online therapy, but other than that,
Online therapy?
yeah,
Okay. How's that working?
it's going, I guess, but probably going to miss this session and the next session because of everything that's going on.
How are you, sir?
Okay. So right now, I mean,
I'm just gonna place you in close, alright?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Just for right now, alright?
This is the second time today.
It's okay.
I'll still make my court appearance, correct?
should.
Okay.
If not, they'll definitely know, make sure they know where you are.
Is this an arrest or a Baker Act?
This is a bigger one.
Hey, you got him, but hold on one second. No, you're good. You just talk to Sergeant. Go ahead.
Just so you're aware, I don't know what end she's got going or whatever, but some of the statements that we were told by some of the jail staff when you were here or whatever is going to warrant us a Baker Act. You make sure everybody's safe. Make sure you're not a harm to yourself or others.
Yes.
So just so you know what's going on.
I think it's
alright?
better that I don't be in that house anymore.
Okay.
Regardless, so if you agree with that.
You may have seen the female sergeant enter the residence and nod the head, and that was to acknowledge the officers to take the subject into custody. What I'm hearing here is that this is a Baker Act situation. All jurisdictions have some variation of this. In my former jurisdiction, we called it a legal 2000 or whatever number after as it progressed, which essentially is if a person threatens to harm themselves, someone else, then they have to be taken in to be medically evaluated, whether or not they truly intend to act upon harming themselves or someone else. This is not an arrest, but it is a taking into custody to have a medical evaluation.
I think this is probably the best result. Would you agree?
Yeah, I just wanted. Are you recording?
Mm-hmm.
I still haven't spoken with my attorney, so I need to make sure that happens before my court date.
Right. When you get there or whatever, I'm sure you'll have access to the phone. Do you know who your attorney is? Do you have that information?
I don't think I've been appointed one yet.
Okay.
And I have a court date at 1, so I should, but I have a right to speak with him, so I need to speak with him immediately.
Well, you're not being arrested right now. So.
I know, but I am having a criminal case brought against me, so I have to speak with him.
Right. When you get down there, you'll have access to a phone, and you'll be able to make some phone calls and make that happen. I mean, obviously it takes two to
Hey, you got a minute? Okay, so I'm out at Colin Griffith's house. Long story short, I know that you were called last night, or that you talked to him last night. I get a call from Joella this morning, who gets a call from the jail that he was released. He's got a court date at 1 o'clock. Was fearful, and he said, if you put me in the car, this is what he tells the jail staff, if he puts me in the car, I'm going to kill her. You send me back to that house, I'll probably kill her. They forward that information to me, so I call the jail staff to confirm that. I speak with Corporal Platts, who said, yeah, that's what he did say. He's like, however, I just reached out with my watch commander, and they're like, you know, just go ahead, and, you know, he's responsibility. And I know that there's a history, and I know he does this. However, in no point was he evaluated. At no point, and my argument is you can want to call patrol for everything else to evaluate for a Baker Act, but you have a kid saying, don't put me in this car or I'll kill her, and I'm supposed to just like, okay, pretend you didn't tell me that? Me personally, I'm you know, because this isn't like third party. He told the corrections officer that. Okay, so, and I'll call you when I leave here. But we're gonna Baker Act. Okay, thank you. Bye.
The sergeant was involved in a phone call to put pieces together to make sure they're making the right decision in the confines of the law, because there is liability if the police have enough information that a person is going to harm themselves or someone else. And under the circumstances, the decision was made to Baker Act to have the subject evaluated.
Well, now she's not, but this is she's a problem, because according to, she's a huge enabler. Is telling me that she said, no, I'm concerned for his actions, and she's like, I'm recording everything. I said, well, what are you recording? What's the recording when he kills you? What is that doing? Because I'm confused here, you know. But no, he's told I don't have charges to get him in jail. He told Corporal Platts, if you put me in that car, I will kill her. I'm afraid I'm going to hurt her. So he's meeting all the criteria. You know what I mean? And they called her to pick him up, so I can't even. But I mean, for right now, that's all I have, and I don't even have her on board. She's saying, oh, no, you can't take him here. I said, ma'am, it's not really up for debate. I'm not asking you for permission. Yeah, I'm not asking you. I said, but if you turn around, if this kid's being walked out and saying, I'm afraid to be in the house with her, I'm afraid that I will hurt her, I'm afraid I will kill her, you meet criteria to hurt yourself or someone else. He's got to go. Yeah.
How many times am I going to play some handcuffs, man?
The conversations that officers have with family members is very difficult, because family members are torn, because they still care about their family member, even if they're involved in a very violent situation. And sometimes the officer's objective point of view doesn't align with the heartfelt emotion of a family member. It becomes a very difficult situation, but the officers have to act within the confines of the law. So what you're not seeing here is maybe that the officers are also talking to many other people and getting their position on what should happen in the situation.
Tell them at the jail that you were going to kill me? Did you say you were going to hurt me? Okay. I heard you say you were worried what was going to happen.
Ma'am.
Yes.
They have to go.
I understand, but
They have to go. Yes, he did. To a jail staff, they have to go.
Many people confuse this Baker Act situation as an arrest. It's not an arrest. Again, it's a mandatory transport for a medical, mental type evaluation. And I can understand the mother's concern, because she may feel that there were going to be ramifications afterwards. And it's a legitimate concern. However, if it falls within the parameters of a person being Baker Act, the officer has an obligation to conduct that Baker Act.
Okay, that's not, I don't know how others treat it, but I'm telling you how we treat it, and he's going to be Baker Act. Okay, and I don't want you to, it's not that I don't want you to not talk to your son, but I don't need the situation passed.
And so when he gets there, if he tells them he's not homicidal.
I don't care what he tells them. He told the jail staff he wants to kill his mom. He's not staying here now.
I understand he already has a dead dad. I get it.
Ma'am, I've never, this is the first time I've met your son. I don't even know your history. I don't know the history of his dad. I know a little bit.
Were you able to speak to Rentas?
Yes.
Okay, and what did he say?
That's exactly where he's going.
He said Baker Act him?
Yes, all day long.
Oh.
I talked to Rentas, and his boss just called me as well. That's why I walked away a second time.
Okay.
Because we want what's right for him, but
I
we also
understand.
want,
I know
but
you
we
guys are
have an
trying to
obligation to
me.
protect you.
I understand.
And protect him. We have to protect both. Because even though he didn't threaten to harm himself, he threatened to harm his mom. And either way, that
I know.
could
He beat the
yeah.
I know.
And with all due respect, you can't have them here last night where you were fearful, and then 4 hours later, you're recording, because that's going to, recording's not helping you when he chokes you out. And what's the recording going to do? What's the recording? It's not bringing you back. You'll still be dead.
Many times I remember encountering parents and having conversations similar to this where they feel one way and the officer feels another way. It's difficult to not feel such sorrow for what this mother is going through, because all of the things that she has on her plate, aside from having to deal with this situation with her child, and the officer a lot of times is just a Band-Aid because it's the family member who has to deal with it full time.
I can't have this in Colin's conscious if something happens to you, that he's the reason why something happened. The real Colin.
Yeah, you know what? I hope to God I get hit by a car. I hope to God somebody does something and that kid actually has to worry about someone else besides himself. That would only be my luck. But that's not what's going to happen. Instead, I'm just going to walk away from him because I can't keep doing this. He's going to kill me. You didn't see him yesterday. You didn't try to talk to him today like I did. As soon as he was gone, Charlotte Behavioral Health, that was it. It was over, done. And where's my kid now?
He's in a safe place is where he's at. And you're in a safe place. For me, that's a win right now. Until we can buy some time to find the right placement for him so that he's okay and you can function like a normal human again. I mean, tell me I'm wrong.
I think you're wrong. I'm sorry.
I don't believe you.
I don't think it's going to get any better. And if it's not me, it's going to be somebody else.
This is a horrific scene and a horrific situation. So many people believed that something like this was going to happen, including the mother, and ultimately it did. This person, a person who killed both of their parents. At the time of this recording, Colin was found not guilty of killing his mother and his father. I'm sure that there's some investigations that are going to continue afterwards to see if there's a follow-up to this case, but at the time of this recording, he was found not guilty. If you like this kind of content, like and subscribe.